Hiya, hiya. Joey Reynolds, too ripe for prime time. It's the Joeyverse. We're going to have the metaverse. Now we're going to have my verse. And let's take it verse by verse. In America, we have our own language. And those people who are coming here from the Ukraine and being detained at the Mexican border to have a shot, these people here don't know slang. Like Al Roker on the weather forecast, he says, "And how are things in your neck of the woods?" Can you imagine someone watching that? What the hell does that mean? My neck is sagging. You know, it's a member of SAG. It's not a union. It's getting old. It's needing a lift. Ugh. I should go to Jiffy Lube, the way I'm looking. And then the other thing that what's one of them said? Oh, I heard the news this morning. Americans can't make ends meet. Well, what end are you supposed to meet? Where is this end? I know where this ends. This ends in poverty. That's where it ends. And you can kiss my big fat end because the prices are going up. See, once someone started to get away with it, then everybody said, oh, yeah, wait a minute, we got fuel, that's high. Oh, we got trucks. The trucks use fuel. That's got to go. Oh, wait, we're delivering goods. Oh, those goods, man. Oh, and Amazon's got a union now. We got to pay for that. Oh, everything's going up now. You know, I mean, we're going to go up in that space shot that these independent people are going to be doing next Wednesday. They're going to examine outer space, and they got Tom Cruise going to do part of his movie from outer space to show that he's brave and how realistic it all is. People are crazy. I mean, I'm not crazy. Yes, I am. The social networking, what do they call that thing, social networking for? What it is bitching. That's what it is, social bitching. There's no network. The only network that we used to have that I worked for was NBC, and it was really a tough job to be there. NBC we would call nothing but crime. That's what it was. And I always gave acronyms. So the station in Miami was WIOD. We are idiots on drugs. That's what I call that. But WKBW in Buffalo, where I got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because of that great fame I had, well-known Bible witness. And WIBG in Philadelphia, I believe in God. Now it's a religious station. They all are. They're all praying that they can make money. Because we don't listen to radio the way we used to. You used to be a transistor. You had something under your pillow. You had a radio in the shop or in the kitchen. You had a radio in the bedroom. Another one all over the house. Excuse me. Not to mention a big one that was in the living room with those gigantic speakers. You know, we didn't have Dolby Sound, but you know, people watching the streaming now, you don't have good sound. You got maybe those earplugs that are going to make us deaf. But we don't have Dolby Sound. I have to put on my Eargo when I watch movies on the small screen. I found a way to defeat the bird eating my wire, and that's this. I found another wire. I wish that she would eat my AT&T contract. If I could only get her to digest that, 'cause I sure can't. They have decided that they're not going to make any money with DirecTV. So Warner Brothers came in to save them, and they raised all their prices on everything. And now they charge you for everything. You know, a burp, a fart, a sneeze, everything it all goes up with the AT&T, American Telephone and Telegraph. Who has a telegraph? There hasn't been one of these since the Titanic. But we have different kinds of society means now. We are taking countries and going to war with them if we don't like what they say. Not us necessarily, but even Russia. I saw today where they have a secret warehouse in the Ukraine. Well, if we're putting it on network television here in the United States, how secret is that warehouse? What are we doing? Was it James Bond? It's not a movie. And then if I hear one more thing about these ridiculous two guys slapping that thing on the Oscars, I mean, that's so overplayed. Come on. Oh, and the announcers on it are all black, because they don't dare have anybody white tell the story. Otherwise, you know, that's going to be racist. People are afraid to talk. They're afraid to say what they think because they're afraid they're going to get smacked. That's happened now. Or they're afraid they're going to get put down and not feel good about themselves, or someone's going to come and do something to us. I don't know. People are afraid to talk. You know, we'll hide behind a group, like always. You know, a crowd is always a good idea of how well you're doing, but it's also very bad when you're carrying a torch and you're going to burn the castle down. That's not a good crowd. That should have happened at the Oscars. They should have walked along and just burned the sucker down. We don't need the Oscars anymore. They don't need it. I mean, what are we doing? This is not necessary to have that award show and have everybody dress up. First of all, the red carpet's got stains on it now. I mean, who needs that? You don't need any of this. So why are we're missing it? We're defending it. We're saying how the apologetics, who apologized and who's wrong and whose mother was involved in the career, and I didn't raise my kids this way. Every serial killer who was up to get the electric chair has a mother that said that. But this is ridiculous. We're just filling time, and we need to fill time with something more valuable. I'll tell you something about the Oscars. Let me just give you my comment on it. I will tell you that Will Smith and his family left in a car filled with gas, and they didn't do the driving. Now, that's how I want to live. You can fill my car with gas, then I'm yours. It's a Reynolds Joey verse.